you can't take it back, no. I've got so much left to say, but I'll take my words and walk away.
Hey guys, what is happening? I'm the gamingSensationz, and today we are here on MCSG, as you guys might be able to tell, and we are here on MCSG V2/V3, whatever you guys want to classify it as, but I'm gonna call it V2 just to go off the forums and all that good stuff. If you guys do not know already, I'm a moderator on the MCSG server, forums, TeamSpeak, whatever, basically all around MCSG. I'm not biased to MCSG in any way, but overall I'm just going to talk to you guys about MCSG, how it has changed, pros, cons, and stuff that I want to talk to you guys about MCSG. Some of the stuff that MCSG did really well, some of the stuff they didn't. And just really quickly before this video does start, MCSG is basically kind of in beta in a way. How there's been lots of problems when it first came out, and you guys don't have to worry about that because all the developers are working really hard just to get all of these problems fixed so we can all enjoy our good old survival games. But let's just get into this video. And okay guys, so the first thing that you will realize is that the hub has changed completely. They basically made a whole new map, everything else is a little bit different, and I can explain why in a second. I can't close this, OCD. But anyway, so the first thing that you realize, as I said, is the server. It looks much different. The Team Elite built this. They mainly build most of the stuff on MCSG, but Team Elite did most of these builds, and they did a really good job at it, in my opinion. It does remind me a little bit of the Hive, but the Hive is a completely different server, so there's really nothing you should stress about and all that stuff. So that's the first thing you're gonna realize. The build is different. The second thing is you can't just walk through a little area and find yourself at Battlegrounds or something and right click the sign. You have to go straight through a portal which takes you to basically an entirely new server, so you guys can right click the sign or do whatever you guys got to do over there. They still have the same stuff, exactly the same. The compass, which is a quick teleport, show and hide players, MC Gamer, news, pet shop, which isn't available at the moment, and also the lobby selector. But as you guys might know, MCSG AU isn't the biggest server, so there's only one lobby. That's mainly for all the US. So getting to the compass, the time, whatever you want to call it, getting to that, basically you can right click and it says left click to direct connect or right click to teleport in front of the portal. So if I was to right click there, it takes me right in front of the portal, which is pretty cool. But we're not gonna get there just yet. That's for another time for a later period in this video. So basically, if you right click, you come up in front of it. If you left click, you basically direct connect. So say for example survival games, and first thing you're gonna realize is that the hub does look different, and you can just basically go right through the portal again and you find yourself at spawn. It's fairly simple, it explains itself, so it's nothing too much. I personally like this. At the same time, I don't like this. Like, I really like the fact that you could go through, you didn't have to go through a portal like most servers had to. But overall, a change is always good. So I was just used to it. That's probably why I'm not too happy with it. But like overall, I can't explain myself really, but overall it's not too bad. I'll get used to it. It's not too much of a hassle. You can basically right click. It's only a one-time thing. It's not like when you go /hub, you end up here, you end up at survival game. The next thing you might realize is the survival games area. As I mentioned a little bit earlier, survival games has changed completely. Well, not really completely, it's just that the map has changed and basically how everything is working out. So as you guys might be able to see, the signs are over here. You have to go through the portal as I showed earlier, and they basically just changed the map. Team Elite also built this. Massive shout out to you guys. Hardly that you guys are watching this or anyone really cares. But anyway, so basically they changed up survival games completely. As you guys might be able to see, there's SG 1240 at the bottom left and all that stuff. So they've changed all of this stuff. This is to make it less intense on survival, on the servers, basically less laggy and all that stuff overall. So overall it's not too bad. If I click F1 mode here, I can go back to spawn or to the signs. Basically the signs means here, and then you can go to show or hide players, and you have the game menu. And this is something that I really like, and what they did about and what they did in survival games. So if you can see, if I right click, it shows me the games. These games are in game. These ones are pre-lobby, basically in the lobby. When it says pre-game, they're basically in lobby. Once they hit the green, once they're in the green, that means you can join. Once they're in yellow, it means they're in game, and once they're red, that means they're in deathmatch. So it's fairly simple. I really like this feature that they added, MCSG and game key. But overall, I really like this. It really helps. But one thing that I'm not too happy with, as I said, was the SG 1255 or something. But that's something I can get used to, especially since it's going to be reducing the lag for everyone. That's something that is a positive. So a positive comes out of a negative, so you really don't have to worry about it. So that's survival games for you. There were a couple problems with survival games when it did first come out. Like when you went out to PvP with someone, it was very laggy. Like you would actually freeze when you were PvPing with someone. You couldn't break leaves to get to chests and all that stuff. But that's nothing to worry about anymore, since the developers have worked really hard and fixed up all of these problems. So overall, I'm really liking the survival games, especially after the little update. Everything's just really well there. I think they're getting rid of a couple maps, adding a couple maps. So yeah, can't wait to see those. But at the moment, all the maps are still exactly the same, and they've just added a little bit of features like this stuff, the survival games, game menu, and all that good stuff. So okay, now we are at Battlegrounds. As you guys might be able to tell, one of the most famous things on MCSG. It's like a kit PvP in a way. But yeah, basically we're at Battlegrounds right now. This is like the little hub. There were a couple problems here and there, and as I forgot to mention, there were in the survival games that there were a couple mob spawning breaking maps in Battlegrounds. I'll get into that a little bit later, but this was also occurring in survival games. But this problem has been fixed, so it's nothing too much to worry about at the moment. So the map is looking really nice. I really like what Team Elite has done here. So if we go here and check one of these, say if we join BG 1129, 1129, as we move on. So over here it's not glitched out. You can't PvP with anyone. I'm not sure if they fixed up that problem. But if we go to /hub, without the, if I can type, if we go to /hub, back to Battlegrounds, and say for example click on something else for a second, say for example 1222, I'm not sure. Okay, it seems like they fixed up the problem, but there were some mob spawning, like creepers blowing up the map, and that, I wasn't too happy with that. But you expect that with a new MCSG. They recently added a couple new maps, as you guys might be able to see just here. Lag is completely back to normal. Like I haven't been lagging much at all. Little concentration, sorry for that. But I haven't been lagging at all on this server. It's looking pretty good, I'm not gonna lie. And overall Battlegrounds isn't too bad. I'm pretty happy with what they did with Battlegrounds. Change up the maps, not too big as they used to be, because I know a couple maps used to be too big, and the idea of Battlegrounds is to keep it nice and intense, with like mainly to be clustered. But as we move on, I'll see you guys in the next one. Okay guys, so here we are back again in the hub. And this is right under the hub, where I was just flicking these thingamajiggies. We're just fixing that up, and they included a new maze. As you guys might be able to tell in the background, it's basically a little maze for you guys to enjoy yourselves at. Just basically chill on MCSG. If you're not bothered for survival games or any PvP at all, basically just chill and go through a maze. It might get a little frustrating at times, which I totally understand. If so, be warned, don't break your PC or your keyboards or anything. Just keep calm and relax. So as you can see, I have no idea where I'm going. I'm just going through place to place. So they include a new maze under spawn, so people can just go enjoy themselves if they're bored. That's nothing too big. Something I would just like to point out, if you right click and you click on the feather, basically it shows that. I'll meet you guys up top and I'll talk about the friends. Okay, so we're back at spawn, and another thing that I really like is the /friend. So you can basically add a friend. I haven't used this feature properly yet. Like, I have used it, not to the extent where I understand everything, but it basically shows whenever you log in or whenever a friend logs in while you're on MCSG, it shows that a friend is online. And basically, if you have them on Skype or they might be on TeamSpeak or something, you can go basically talk to them, team up, do whatever you guys normally do when you play with your friends on MCSG. So that's something that I really like. It's like Hypixel in a way, which is pretty good. I'm not gonna lie, I really do enjoy playing with my friends. That's probably I spend most of my time on MCSG playing with my friends. So a friends list is pretty good. Also /report is pretty good. You can basically report someone for harassment using inappropriate language, spam, advertising. You get the point. Just if you want to pause the video, so you basically type in /report, player's name, the rule, which is 1, 2, 3, and the description about it, and then a moderator will be able to check it from in-game, so I can get right to the place, or any of the moderators can make their way and check everything out. And yeah, so that's some of the new commands that I realized MCSG added. There are a couple commands that I have to go through as a moderator as well to learn, but that's nothing too much for you guys to worry about. Overall, MCSG has been doing pretty well. There's been a couple haters here and there, but overall MCSG is pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. MCSG V2/V3, as I mentioned, I'm gonna be going off V2, just like the forums. But overall, MCSG V2 is pretty good. I'm enjoying it personally. All the lag has been fixed and there isn't much problems left. The only problem is people hating on it. That's one thing I really quickly wanted to get across. People were saying bring back MCSG V1 and something like that. People are just basically starting problems with moderators and everyone. If you guys did not already know, there is a problem going around with people like that, and if you are caught saying bring back V1 or starting something in the hub or anywhere in chat, that's something that will be dealt with appropriately, such as a little mute. It used to be a 24-hour mute, but now it's a 3-hour mute. If you are caught saying bring back V1 or starting something in the chat. So that's something I really quickly want to point out to you guys. If you guys are doing it, please stop, because I highly doubt V1 is going to be coming back, especially since V2 is such a good update for MCSG. So I really don't know why you guys want V1 back. I understand there were some flaws for MCSG V2, but everything has been fixed, so just don't stress, just keep on playing, enjoy yourself, and you'll get used to MCSG V2. Maybe a V3 will come out, or V4 as I mentioned. But yeah, so as you can see, people in the chat are going a little crazy. But enough about that. Overall, MCSG has been doing pretty well, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This is basically explaining MCSG V2, and yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed.